And a very important job when installing any satellite or aerial equipment is correctly putting on an F-type connector. So for this job, in terms of tools, we need a snips, and in terms of equipment, we need simply an F connector.
Cool.
Okay. A very important job with aerial and satellite installation is to be able to correctly put on an F connector onto a piece of satellite cable. For this job, we will need a satellite cable, we will need an F connector, and in terms of tools, we will need a snips. So the first step is to pare down the satellite cable. We do this by coming about 20 millimeters from the end of the satellite cable and make a total of about 4 incisions around the outer black cable. So we cut through the outer black cable but not through any cables inside, and then we make a cut at 90 degrees to this, and it allows us with our hand to simply take off the F connector, or take off the outer black core. Then we pull down the outer copper core cables, and with either using a snips or simply by hand, we take off the silver foil. At this point, we wrap the outer core cable around the black outer casing in a clockwise direction, and we take our snips and cut the internal foam about 5 to 7 millimeters from the copper core, and we do again about 3 to 4 snips all the way around. We cut through the white foam but not through the copper cable in the centre, and now we simply twist it by hand. We throw away the excess foam, and now we pick up the F connector, and at this point we slot the F connector. Before we do this, we make sure that none of the outer earth wires are touching the core wire. We slide it on over the copper that's over the black and twist it repeatedly in a clockwise direction, and continue to twist it until, as we can see here now, the white foam at the bottom of the F connector is level with the base of the F connector. And now we take our snips and we snip the center core cable so that it's about 2 millimeters longer prominent of the top of the F connector. We snip, we just physically check the F connector to make sure it's tight, and that's it. The F connector has now been successfully put on the end of the cable.